Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are still covering the COP27 climate change conference taking place in Sharm el-Sheikh. And to comment on this, we have the pleasure to have this phono with Dr. Taghreed Hussein, Senior Correspondent of Nile TV. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Amal.
Well, Dr. Hussein, could you give us or update us on the latest activities of the inaugural session of the COP27, during which President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi delivered a very important speech?
Amal, it has been history-making here in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, COP27, where His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi earlier in the day attended and addressed the inaugural session of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP27. His Excellency President al-Sisi appealed to all the world leaders to move together to hold the Russia-Ukraine war and to end the crisis. The head of state said that I call on all of you to stop this war, as
yes,
we, the countries of less stronger economies, have suffered a lot over the past 2 years from the repercussions of COVID-19, and we're suffering from the impact of this war. Amal, nearly 120 world leaders, heads of government and international figures had attended the inaugural session. The President was keen in his speech to outline the roadmap towards a better future for all humanity, especially with regards to the pledges for tangible solutions and commitments to ensure a natural, environmentally safe and healthy life on the planet. The inaugural session had witnessed other speeches by leaders, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed of the United Arab Emirates President. The Emirates will be hosting next COP28, Senegal President as the chairperson of the African Union. The President will be witnessing also a large number of meetings with world leaders on the sidelines of COP27. So it's a great chance for leaders to meet and to discuss important issues vis-a-vis regional and international relations. Amal.
Yes, Mrs. Hussein. Also, the inaugural session, in addition to the speech by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, was a very important session, as also there was a speech by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, also a speech by Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates, who is about also next year to host the COP in the year 2023.
Yes, Amal, as I mentioned, and definitely let me tell you how much COP27 is really important, and the presidency of COP27. You know, here the think tanks, world leaders, stakeholders, the civil society, with the participation of over 30,000 delegates of the world climate community coming together here in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, we are doing definitely our utmost to create this sense of a conducive environment for successful negotiations, for ambitious, credible, and concrete outcomes. Definitely we can say that all the actors are here. They came to the mother of the world seeking a constructive mindset to deliver on climate action. We are looking forward for the international community definitely to rise up to the occasion and to ensure a successful and an impactful COP27, taking transformative decisions needed here from Sharm el-Sheikh to respond to the gravity of the climate emergency that we live. So definitely this international gathering is expected to make a difference. We talked to many heads of delegations present here. We talked to the youth. We talked to representatives of the civil society institutions. And all are talking about establishing legally binding commitments for the developed countries to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and how Egypt is focusing on urgent and priority issues in the African continent. They are calling it an African COP. And definitely we have here a very important chance to change the way also of how we think and how we talk about climate finance. This is very important, and this came in His Excellency Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri, COP27 President-designate speech. how we can breathe new life into global climate action, because if we fail, a rising sense of injustice might be further actually aggravating the situation. The agenda is definitely full. You can have on the agenda spiraling food and energy prices, geopolitical tensions, growing public finance crisis in many countries. All that are definitely demanding attention. Mind you that heat waves and droughts and fires and storms, land degradation, desertification, and more is also on the agenda. We're talking investments that might move forward this issue, tackling climate change, that could play a role in attaining sustainability, sustainable development. So we're talking the tools, we're talking the techniques, we're talking investment. What is interesting here also that the youth are very much interested also in what we call climate tech, which is really booming, from renewables to the new carbon removal technologies to the electric transport. You can see how Egypt had adopted the clean energy throughout this important gathering. And we can see also here a collaboration on behalf of financial institutions to help and to define what measures would be taken in order to have climate action, because this is actually a COP of implementation. So it's also a chance to think creatively about what services and practices to resort to vis-a-vis our climate reality, achieving emissions cuts, and also urgency for adaptation too. So it's a golden opportunity. Everyone here, they are all really keen, all the stakeholders are really keen and very much interested to make this COP a very successful one, God willing. And as you've seen, the inaugural has been just like, it was amazing, and it was very successful earlier in the day. Amal.
Yes, Mrs. Hussein, also you've mentioned the youth participation in the conference, and also their volunteering to take part in this historical event taking place in Sharm el-Sheikh, the land of peace, and now the green land, or the green city. So the very well-organized conference. Could you give us an idea about what you have seen?
Well, it has been really amazing here. I love the vibes behind it, the positivity around. The youth, definitely, they are hands-on. Everybody is so keen to make the event successful. The measures are in place. Everything is very well organized. And this has been actually expressed by our guests during our interviews here on Nile TV International. They told us about since their arrival at the airport, things were just very smooth. The whole operation has been very smooth. Their admission, all the facilities were provided to ensure that things are going smoothly. Also, we talked to international reporters. The international media here is definitely present and covering to the whole world the amazing scene here at Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. So it has been very well prepared, very well organized, and definitely an event that will brand Egypt globally, that will succeed in branding Egypt globally. Today, Egypt is in the headlines, if we're talking about TV networks around the world. So what a better event, could market the mother of the world. And we're really happy to having COP27 happening on Egyptian soil and happening at Sharm el-Sheikh. Amal.
Yes, I thank you very much, Mrs. Taghreed Hussein, Senior Correspondent of Nile TV International. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short break, and I'm coming back with you.